Hello guys and welcome back to our channel Barca Admirers for today's video comprising all the latest news updates and transfers roundup regarding Barcelona. In this episode, we have covered the aftermath of the Barcelona vs Bayern Munich Champions League opener as manager Ronald Koeman comes under heavy fire for a rather poor display by his team. Meanwhile, Pedri, Gonzalez and Jordi Alba are out injured for a short spell as two youngsters are being lined up by Barca in the winter transfer window to boost the squad, along with many more such updates. So make sure to watch this video till the very end without skipping over any part. Now before we begin, a small shout out to OneFootball. If you are a football fan and want to stay updated about the plethora of latest news coming up in the vast world of football, then OneFootball is the best app for you. Be it the latest news updates, transfer rumors or update about club or international football, OneFootball has got it all covered. It is completely free to use and its biggest perk is that it gives you real-time match updates whenever a game is being played out, and whenever there's a major incident in the game, you will be notified by the app. You can select your favorite club and it will suggest you personalized articles. In my case, it's definitely Barcelona. Be it game statistics, current form of your team or individual performances of your players, you get it all. La Liga, Champions League, English Premier League, Serie A, World Cup, Bundesliga, League 1, MLS or AFC Champions League, everything you want, it's here. So go ahead, check it out. Link to download the app is given in the description of this video. To start off today's news roundup, we have a report by Spanish publication Mundo Deportivo. It states that Barcelona said no to Bayern Munich for Pedri Gonzalez in the summer of 2020. The German club came to offer 40 million euros when the midfielder had not yet debuted with the first team. Speaking in the post-match press interview after Barcelona's opening match against Bayern, Pedri said that they knew it was going to be a difficult opponent, but the game could have been very different if they did not score the goal in the first half. However, this has only just begun. Moreover, it has now been officially confirmed by the club that Pedri has had a muscular injury in his quadriceps. However, his injury is not too serious. On the other hand, Jordi Alba entered the Bayern match with some pain in his hamstrings. According to the report of Catalonia Radio, Jordi Alba had a fever and diarrhea in the night before the match against Bayern Munich. However, Ronald Koeman took the risk and started him anyway. The club have officially confirmed today that Jordi Alba has injured the biceps femoris in his right leg. He will be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Pedri Gonzalez will likely be out for 2 to 3 weeks. Moving on to the next news update, Spanish news publication Diario AS reports that Sergi Roberto cried in the dressing room for the whistles he received by the fans at the Camp Nou. According to the report of journalist Ferran Correas, Roberto was so upset that his entourage recommended him to leave, but Roberto only wants to play for Barca and is ready to accept the contract renewal with lower wages. He is determined to prove himself against Granada, hopefully as a midfielder. Spanish outlet Sport also reports on the same issue. It states that Sergi Roberto only wants to play for Barcelona and what he wants now is to sign the new contract and vindicate himself after the bad experience he lived in the match against Bayern. Reporting further on the Bayern Munich match, Mundo Deportivo states that Barcelona failed to register a shot on target for the first time in the Champions League history. The introduction of the youngsters was the only positive for a side that did not register a single shot on target. Moreover, Sport reports that Barca recorded a total distance travelled of 15 kilometers less than Nagelsmann's team. The Blaugrana ran 109.8 kilometers while Bayern left the mark at 124.7 kilometers. Mundo Deportivo also took a positive from this match. In the latest report, they stated that there is still plenty of future at Barcelona. Gavi, Balde and Yusuf Demir stood up against Bayern Munich and earned continuity in the following games. The boys showed talent and provided much needed energy. Youngster Alejandro Balde, who made his debut against Bayern Munich, said in the post-match press interview that for him, yesterday was a dream despite the result and not getting the victory. But the truth is that it is something for which he has been working ever since he joined the club when he was 7 years old. He said that his shirt will surely be framed at home. Going to the next one, Mundo Deportivo reports that President Joan Laporta met with Barca Vice President Rafa Yuste and Director of Football Mathieu Alemany after the tragic loss to Bayern Munich yesterday. Except for a major surprise, however, no immediate decisions were made. Spanish publication Sport reports that Ronald Koeman is now more questioned than ever after yesterday's debacle. For the first time in their history, Barca completed a Champions League match without shooting at goal. The report further states that Laporta was at the stadium for 3 hours after the match. He exploded during the meeting with Koeman, Yuste and Mathieu Alemany after the game. The next 3 games, which come in quick successions, will decide Koeman's future. If anything goes wrong, immediate action will be taken by the club. The next 3 fixtures will come in quickly and they are very tough. President Laporta has asked Koeman to change the dynamics as soon as possible. Yet another Spanish publication, Cuatro, also confirms the same. Barcelona have given Koeman the next 3 games to reverse the situation. If he fails to do so, he could be fired instantly. According to the report of Le Sportiu, Koeman has asked the sporting staff to judge him once Ansu Fati and Ousmane Dembele are available, along with all the other players who are injured at the moment. However, Sport reports that the players were really disappointed with Koeman's tactical system against Bayern. They were even more shocked when he did nothing to correct it. They never found solutions to build up from the back. According to the report of top-tier journalist Javier Miguel, the feeling inside the dressing room after the Bayern game was that the tactic was very defensive. The board also did not like the approach as it implies small team mentality, and it was discussed in the meeting which took place after the match as well. Top-tier journalist Jordi Alba reports that the players were very surprised by the lack of reaction by Koeman to Bayern's tactical movements. The Blaugrana also did not understand Koeman's order of how to overcome pressure. Everything indicates that Koeman will revert back to the 4-3-3 system against Granada. Ronald Koeman, however, is calm, confident and optimistic. He believes that there is a squad to play much better and fight for all the titles. According to the report of reliable journalist Jota Jordi, if Koeman indeed is sacked in the upcoming few days, Jordi Cruyff would be the one to take over as the interim manager. Ironically, however, Mundo Deportivo reports that Miralem Pjanic smiles once again. After being ostracized by Ronald Koeman at Barcelona almost pointlessly, the Bosnian midfielder has once again proven his worth in just 2 games with Besiktas. Pjanic showed his class despite the defeat against Borussia Dortmund in their Champions League opening match. Next up, we have a really interesting piece of statistic by SofaScore. It states that Ronald Araujo was dribbled past absolutely 0 times in the 2019-2020 season, in the 2020-2021 season, and also so far in the 2021-2022 season. He played approximately 2,000 minutes in this time, and no one managed to dribble past him even once. For what it's worth, after a poor performance and a 3-0 loss to Bayern Munich, Ronald Araujo was picked as the man of the match by RAC1. Going to the next news update, reliable journalist Adria Alberts reports that Alex Collado's case looks very bad. It looks like it is not possible to register him with the B team either. He was unregistered to sign for Sheffield United, and now the termination process cannot be cancelled to process his registration. For the next news update, we have the comments of La Liga president Javier Tebas, and in his most recent interview, he has attacked Barcelona once again. He said that Barcelona is not in the ruin that is being said currently. The economic ratio of Barcelona is still good, and 80% of the teams in Europe have it worse. They will get ahead, they have a high debt ratio, but they also have a lot of income to be able to do well and get out of this situation. He said that La Liga are not going to give Barcelona any more room to improve. Messi is not here and La Liga has to keep working, and Barcelona also have to keep competing to try and achieve the sporting goals. Next up, Catalonia Radio reports that Ansu Fati has completed his first full training session with the team since his injury last year. He could enter the squad list for the game against Granada. However, Tony Joan Martí reports that PK and Memphis have not taken part in today's training session. It is unknown whether they are injured or are training at the gym. That's all the news we could collect for you today in the news roundup. Now moving on to the transfers section. For the first one today, we have a report by top tier transfer insider Fabrizio Romano. He says that Erling Haaland's top priority for his next club will be the project and the long-term vision of the club. He has already received approaches from Spanish and English clubs, with PSG and Bayern in the race as well. However, nothing is decided. The report also states that Haaland has a guaranteed €75 million release clause plus additions and bonuses as part of his contract. At the moment, Barcelona are among the list of the many teams who are trying to secure his signature. For the next transfer update, CBS Sports reports that Barcelona are closely following Ajax goalkeeper 25-year-old Andre Onana, who has grown up at La Masia. His contract expires in 2022 and will not be renewed, making him a market opportunity. Next up, news outlet Championat reports that Barca are interested in Arsène Zakharian, the 18-year-old phenomenon who plays for Dynamo Moscow. Barcelona have already flown to Moscow to see the young winger in person on a couple of occasions and have asked his club about him. That's all the news we could collect for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, select all and enable all the YouTube app notifications. We have always been overly impressed by your response to our videos. So in this episode, we have decided to set a target of 550 likes. Please Schoolers, help us reach our target on this episode as well. Now that's all we have for today's episode. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Visca el Barça, Visca el Catalunya.